Philippines is not a densely populated country. Its population is just over 110 million, and its land size is about 300,000 kilometers squared. I will briefly talk about some history of Philippines first. Asian people already lived in Philippines as far back as 30,000 years ago, and later Islam government was set up in Philippines. In 1521, Ferdinand Magellan arrived in the Philippines and was killed by the locals. In 1571, after defeating the local Islam government, Spanish set up a colonial government in Philippines. Things did not go well in the late 17th century as revolution broke out and the revolutionary forces almost took control of the whole nation. Meanwhile, Spanish control on all its colonies is getting weak, and Spanish-American War broke out, but Spanish government was defeated. As a result, Philippines was sold to the US. Since then, America had control of Philippines until 1942, where Philippines were captured by Japanese during the World War II and became a puppet state of Japan. After Japan's defeat in 1945, USA restored her control in the Philippines, but it let Philippines become independent in 1946 after it was being ruled for centuries. Since then, America had control of Philippines until 1942, where Philippines were captured by Japanese during the World War II and became a puppet state of Japan. After Japan's defeat in 1945, USA restored her control in the Philippines, but it let Philippines become independent in 1946 after it was being ruled for centuries. So, what happened after Philippines' independence? Turns out things did not go very well as the political situation is not stable, and coup d'etat or local revolution did occur, eventually turning into extremely complicated political relationship and serious corruption until now.
According to the Corruption Perception Index in 2016, Philippines is ranked as 101 over 176 countries, and its score is 35 over 100 marks.
So what caused the Philippines corruption problem? The main problems are procedural fairness, nepotism, and lack of funds for judicial system. For the procedural fairness, the upper class can affect the civic procedures through their power and money. Because the Philippines government don't have enough money for the judicial system, so they have to rely on local sponsors for obtaining resources and salaries, resulting in non-transparent and biased count decisions. The second factor is poverty. Poverty invites corruption, while corruption deepens poverty.
Everyone cannot just cross their hands, especially the government, in terms of serious corruption, because it will lead to a huge economic loss, such that the loss per year is roughly 3 to 4 billion in Philippines. Also, apart from the economic loss, corruption doesn't mean corruption only. It means that lost gun control, poverty problem, and kidnaps problem. That's why the international image of Philippines is not that good. It is called as the city of kidnapping and also Asian abduction center. In the year of 2013 August, it is discovered that a government official is joining in a corruption event in the project of PDAF. Not just the government official, and also the president. Aquino is the third Philippines president who is accused of corruption. It also reflects that no matter the president or the government official is joining. Back to the history. Marcos and his wife are recognized as the symbol of corruption in Philippines, and it's the history cannot forget by the Filipinos.
40% of national wealth is swallowed up by officials each year at all levels, causing $100 billion in economic losses to the country. At the moment, there are 70% of people live below the poverty line. The social atmosphere was decadent, law and order was worsening too. The money leakage resulting from the illegal financial flow has costed the loss of 19 trillion Filipino pesos, which could be used for education, social protection, health, or infrastructure. The illegal inflow of goods into the country takes away 25% of the value of all goods, which means $1 in every $4 is not reported. Tax revenue is cheated every year and results in $4 billion tax loss in 2011. Natural resource companies are involved in corruption. Poor management leads to weak resource governance. Corruption makes the mining companies to escape from the regulations and resulted in a large scale of deforestation, water pollution, etc.